What is up? Eclipse Dawn here with another tarot reading for you, Virgo. I want to start off by saying thank you so much for watching these videos. It really means so much to me that you would do that with your time, your precious, precious time. And if you did subscribe, I appreciate you so much. I love you. And if you're new, welcome. This is tarot. I've gotten my setup a little better, and I will continue to better my setup as we go. If you want to reach me, you can send me an email to my Gmail account. That is eclipsedawn919 at Gmail. I do personal readings. It looks like something is on my nose. There was something on my nose. I don't know what it was. Like, is that oil? So, I shuffled the cards quite a bit already, and tapping into your energy, Virgo. I feel your grounding energy, which I really appreciate. So what's going on, Virgo? Okay. So we're going to say your goal, what's blocking you, what's bubbling underneath the surface, what spirit is giving you to support you, how you are being perceived, and what you believe you're perceiving in others. Thank you. So, I call to the spirits north, south, east, and west, above and below, in the name of the greater good of all beings. May we be permeable to only the most benevolent love for the compassionate and healing forces that be to come. We receive all of the healing energy that is being sent to us right now. So, your goal, Virgo, we have the High Priestess. Really good goal to have. I see you are on a spiritual journey. Virgo, I see that you are transmuting into your highest feminine self, okay? I'm like having a hard time saying it, I think just because it is the nameless, the shapeless, the energy that is what makes our intuition permeable and capable of perceiving things before they happen, or to our heart space, our heart center, coming back around to that energy. It's a great goal. So what's blocking you? The Devil. And I've been thinking a lot about this card lately, being a Capricorn myself, and Saturn being in its home of Capricorn, yes, along with Pluto. Definite devil energy going on right now for everyone. And I want to make clear that the devil is not the enemy, okay? We treat the devil as an enemy. We continue to have an enemy, always, within ourselves. It's all about integration. It's all about integrating this sacredness. Okay, so maybe there's a perception you have about the devil side of you that you're denying, Virgo. And I don't mean to pick on you, because you are such a beautiful and kind of inspiringly immaculate earth sign, and grounding to be around for me as a Capricorn with a Leo moon. But sometimes you deny your devil self, and I know that because as a Capricorn, the devil represents my sign. And I think that in this case, you know, yes, you could be dealing with an addiction. You could be dealing with someone who has an addiction, or an addiction to someone, or a relationship, a karmic relationship. Could be some kind of bond you have, bounded yourself to some kind of soul contract. But it could also be, this is my guess with you, Virgo, that you're denying the devil part of you, which is keeping you from the full integration of your feminine self. Because we all know the darkness is the femininity. And there's believe me, a lot of false precepts, false ideas about what that is, being a woman and being feminine. The sacred snake in the tree of knowledge, that fruit, the forbidden fruit. The fact that it's forbidden in the first place, okay? Is it forbidden, or is it just mysterious? Maybe making up a story that it's forbidden was easier for some people who couldn't find it. Okay? So, what's bubbling up from underneath? Oh, the truth. Okay. The King of Swords is coming from inside of you, which is a beautiful thing, Virgo. The truth. The air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. The one who knows before he speaks, and speaks only what he knows. The immaculate word. Like that book, The Four Agreements, to be impeccable with your word. Well, the King of Swords is impeccable with his word, which means he keeps his word. His word is bond. And, you know, some people, a Taurus friend of mine, his grandfather would say, you know, you are nothing if you don't have your word. You're nothing. If your word means nothing, you are nothing, right? So this is coming up through you, your truth. It's channeling, being channeled through you and your existence and in your soul. And Spirit has a message for you about this double card, is what I'm guessing, that's crossing us in your goal. Lamenting, regret, seeing that you made mistakes in the past, yes, is important. But how long do we look at it? For how long do we grieve? For how long do we stand by the riverside and cry? It's a choice for you. It's a point of recognition when you decide to turn around and move on. You have free will, Spirit says. But the truth of who you are, your spirit, is a very powerful, boundless creature, being, coming from both light and dark. And you're not going to find it in the remnants of what was, my friend. You will find it in your truth. The butterfly is definitely coming through right now. The butterfly is on the throne, standing out to me here in this card. The birds behind him, two birds, two souls, standing out to me here. His crown with the angel, the two wings representing Cupid, that innocence. My daughter just shut the door. Excuse me. Excuse her. She's so cute. I think she did another painting for me. She actually did this one for me earlier. It's Calcifer. From a really wonderful movie. If you haven't seen any of the Studio Ghibli movies, yeah, they're really great. Anyway, Virgo, you know, there may be something about this fire within that I'm bringing up, because it seems like that balance between the fire and water is going to be provoked in June. Okay, because this reading is for June. I don't know if I mentioned that. These readings are timeless. But in June, I see this happening. We have the 5. 2. We have the 15. The air is going to bring forth some enlightenment here. It's going to cut through the BS. But it's going to come from you coming to that point of recognizing when it's time to let go of the letting go. Okay? The letting go process. At some point you have to let go of that too. Right, Virgo? So, we have the way people are perceiving you. 9 of Wands. The way that you are perceiving others. Queen of Cups. Well, goody goody. Virgo, do you have someone in your eye that is inspiring your heart? You might be seeing someone, looking at someone, knowing someone in your vicinity. That could be a water sign. Scorpio, especially. But mostly just someone who could be a mother with children. Someone who is in tune with the psyche, very much in tune. Like, partly she is not of this world. And it could be a he. Don't get caught up on the gender here. It could be a they. There's something that, you know, it's in the placement of what you're seeing in the world. So you could just be seeing the beauty of the world through your psychic energies right now. And understanding, and through a loving heart, understanding the compassion of the world. And it's being brought to you, right to your throne. You know, I see that. And I also see that you could be, your eyes could be on someone who inspires this in you. And it wakes up your heart. And you want to give your trophy, okay, of your heart to them. Okay? Now, the way you're being perceived, though, is that you are being challenged. You're being tested by outward authorities or opinions or objectives. Energies that you're having to put lots of different actions into different directions. But you're getting it all straightened out. You're getting it all straightened out. They see that, but they definitely see that you are wounded. Wounded warrior over here. The 9 of Wands. Okay? And always with the 9, it's a time when you come back around to yourself once again. The 6s happened, 3s happened, now it's 9. One more step and it's going to be a pivotal one. The last step before the beginning of the end. And they see that in you. Whoever is perceiving you sees that you have been through quite a bit. They know that about you. So, let's specify a little bit more, Virgo. Did I do it to myself again? No, okay. I wonder if I had stuff on my hands, but I think it's just the shadows. Here we go, Virgo. So, curious about your goal here. Looking into the sacred knowledge. Here I see, well, let me tell you what's in this card. The pomegranate does represent the sacred knowledge, that which can be attained only through knowing your innermost beauty. The knowledge that comes from something that cannot be bought or sold. There is a beautiful awakening there for you through the portal. We have Boaz and Yakin, the light and dark, the pillars of knowledge, the sacred, the known and unknown. Okay? We have her dress representing the Nile River, sacred river in Africa. Okay? She's wearing this sphere crown, just like Isis. She is Isis. She's the virgin. She's the priestess. Yes. This is beautiful energy. You might be studying something or learning something. Learning some kind of scripture. You see, she's carrying the book of Torah, but that is because Torah came from Tarut. And we could get way into it, but I can just say it's the same archetype from all millennia, 10,000 years. Mother, the Virgin Mother, different than the Empress. This is the sacred unknown, rite of passage even. It's a great goal to have, wouldn't you say, Virgo? I see your truth coming through here. I see that the devil doesn't need to be an issue. Really doesn't. Let it be your strength. Facing your shadow gives you the strength that you need to keep the truth. And I think you could use that because you're tired. Or at least that's what it seems like. Something's giving you inspiration. That's beautiful. So what are we saying here? How can I help you with this double energy? Yes. Okay. Could have been a father figure, a male figure in your life. It gave you a misperception about what it is to be a provider. Okay. Also, another male figure in your life that could have been very cutting with their words. This could be the same person, and if it is, they're severely not well person. Okay. If there was someone like that in your past, a parent, a teacher, some kind of provider, someone you were supposed to trust, some kind of male figure, is leaking into your present situation and this belief about your shadow side, darling. Oh gosh, it's heavy. Virgo, I'm not gonna make light of this. Ooh, honey. I'm just gonna Virgo. Hold on a second. Okay, excuse me. Okay, 3 came out. I'll take them. Virgo. I didn't know we were going to talk about the past, but it looks like we have to because it's bringing us up to the present. This is devil energy. Karma. I mean, what else can I say, right? So, Saturn rules the passage of time. So, the truth is sometimes things have to run their course. So if we have to bring up the past... Oh, hello, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Charlie's here. What? What? Come here. Let's see if I can show him to you. What's up, boy? He's not having it. He's a tuxedo cat. Anyway, he looks like an Egyptian prince to me. That's what I tell him. Virgo. I'm going to help you heal this right now. Okay? If you're willing. God, Goddess, Spirit, or the angels that are here with me with the healing light, please help Virgo right now understand that what has happened in the past only brings them to a new enlightenment now. That their goals to become who they are truly from the most upon a high perspective is for them to heal this karma. Now, you can run, but you can't hide from who you are. Who you have had to be is not who you are, but it does affect your choices if you don't let it run its course. Karma has its way with you. Now, you had heartbreak. There's a pain that comes with acceptance of these things. To understand that maybe there is a wound, fine, okay? Maybe there's several. But to run from yourself is only going to keep you searching for the truth for the rest of your time. And I think you're coming to terms with that now, Virgo. I think that there are misperceptions about what this heartbreak is, and that you feel as though you don't deserve love, or that someone or something that you see represents something that you can never be. You have to hold it out to them. And in that pain, you know, of somebody who used to talk to you that way, right? Or took away resources or played with resources. You know, I have to say, if the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords is conjoined into one person in your life at some point, they were sociopathic, you know, they were narcissistic to say the least, maybe worse. They might have been able to look normal from the outside, very disciplined, very cold, but on the inside they were a raging mess, maybe an alcoholic even though they're not King of Cups reversed. I still sense that there was some kind of abuse. Some kind of abuse of some kind of heat, you know, the fire water, I guess, is what I'm seeing. The fire water, right? I'm sorry. Okay. If that was for you. Could be there was two different people, one of which was very cutting with their words, put you down a lot, made you think that you were insignificant or your thoughts were not worthy of been having. That your thoughts were not worthy, that your opinion was not worthy, that you were not worthy. Okay? There also could have been someone who deprived you of your needs, neglected you, put you in the doghouse a lot, or someone who kicked you out or made you feel abandoned, Virgo. Someone who was sedentary, who was not willing to budge, who was super, super stubborn in their ways, either way. Or someone who was a liar and a mischievous one at that. Maybe they made you think that you can't trust the world. Deep down, there's this devilish energy here that you have agreed with. The chain there, this chain represented by to me is the god or goddess, depending on what story. Sin, S-I-N. The bond, the sins that bond you, the god of the moon, okay? That bond you to death. We either choose for life or death, you know that, Virgo, right? Now, I'm not coming at you as if I don't make poor choices. I am human, as are you. And I think that that's a big part of this, is you understanding and accepting your humanness. You are not the people who hurt you. You don't have to be like them. But there are attributes of you that are a response to that. And the sooner you accept who you have become, the better, so that you can transform if you want. But it'll be out of choice, you see. Not out of desperation. There's a denial of some kind, but I really feel like the truth is going to override it. But to look more into what this is, this resistance is, there's some lies you're telling yourself, Virgo. You're acting naive when you're really not. That could be part of it. If I'm talking to you when I say that, it's a way to defend yourself, to act naive when you're really not, okay? I mean, in my darker times, when I was younger and I didn't have the guidance, I know that I did that on purpose. Sometimes I pretend to be naive, okay? It is this coping mechanism. So I do sense that with something here. You're no fool, and it's to avoid a choice, you know, to avoid heartbreak. But you choose, and you choose life. This is what Spirit wants you to understand. You choose. You choose. It's up to you what you do with your time, your resources, your money, your body. It's up to you and you alone. No one has power over you in that way. If you give them that power, then you're feeding into the double part of you. Again, you're giving them nothing. Nothing. It's an illusion. You're only giving to the bond, the chain, the sin that connects you to the afterlife. Why? Why be dead when you're alive? Choose life. Virgo, this is pretty heavy, and I don't mean to be. I do see that your heart is singing for something that you see. And I'd like to find out more about that. Spirit. What is inspiring Virgo's heart right now? And I see that you are on the right path. The King of Swords is very powerful energy. Let it ring true through you. I hear a bell, like a giant bell. Like a giant bell ringing. The truth is ringing and vibrating your soul. Who is this person that you see? Virgo, someone that you really love, that you're looking at, you see them on a higher level. They see you as been through a lot. Your heart is connected to them. You might have a psychic connection with them. But Virgo, I see that they're dealing with imbalance, or there's something with this connection. It's time for things to come to balance. That's why the Six of Pentacles is here. But we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in reverse, so there was hesitation, procrastination, something that wasn't done in time, something that wasn't said or thought, something that wasn't accepted, someone who was waiting, someone who was working on something that maybe didn't come through. Some kind of balance is coming through for this now. I think this is connected to the Five of Cups. Don't get caught up on the mishaps, okay? Try to be understanding, Virgo. I know you like things to go well, but you know they don't always go well. I think maybe this person is not the most reliable person, and they've been behaving in a way that's making it very hard for you to keep it balanced. You really love them, though. Virgo. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you really care about them a lot. But they're not being very reliable, and it's making it harder for you to. It's like triggering this old stuff. There's the 6. I said there was a 9 going on. They perceive you at a 9, but you're feeling a 6. So they might be over it more than you are right now. Or they see that you are kind of like not budging, but you're trying to balance it out. You have all sorts of love for this person. There's so much love here. The King of Cups. Okay, so you really do care about them, and you're both beautifully matched together. It is a soulmate. It is a karmic match, whoever this person is. If we're talking about a person now, if it's not a person and it's a situation, it is something that is meant for you. Could be a place that you're trying to go to, or a home, because there's a lot of Cancer energy. It could be your own heart that you're searching for, that you're trying to balance out. But there's been this unsteady energy with someone who's unsatisfied, and it could be you, okay, Virgo? But if it's somebody, they're unsatisfied and unappreciating of what they have. They're feeling restless as all hell. They are jumping from idea to idea. They're not finishing it. They're not finishing their work. And they're being very hasty. They're not considering their time. I feel like somebody isn't healing from a heartbreak, and so it's making them act this way. And it could just be a phase. But it's keeping them from really appreciating what they have, and it's making it very difficult for you to find balance with me. You are going to have to approach this from the most balance, really tap into that beautiful Virgo peaceful energy, and really be careful about what you give, but don't be overly miserly either, you know. Give a little. I feel like, yeah, they're not seeing what they have, so you feel like maybe you've given too much. Give in a different way if that's the case. Don't keep giving in the same way. Like if you're giving somebody money and they're not appreciating it, don't keep giving them money. Give them something else. Give them your time. You know, try something else. Approach it differently, because they do see that you're loving someone who loves you. What else can we see here? Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to work out. I can't make promises. You know that. Excuse me. Let's see a little bit more about how they are looking at you, okay, Virgo? And then we're going to end it, because this is getting long. You know I love you, though. Gotta go. I hope you are doing well. I truly do. And thank you again for sharing and liking and subscribing and all that, because it just gets my word out more. And if it was helpful for you and you find that you were left in a more positive space, then please go ahead and share it or like it or whatever, okay? Okay? It's really just to benefit all of us. And if you, like I said, I do personal readings. I'm really excited. I'm going to keep doing these videos and keep, busting them out for you, because I'm getting more equipment really soon. I'm really excited about that. Somebody gifted me a camera and a microphone for reading, so I'm excited about that. And, right now my prices are super low. If the business grows, that will change too. So, if you want a reading, do it soon, because it's on a sliding scale right now, because I'm just a beginner here. I'm in like second grade when it comes to this whole thing. That's what I say. But if you like second grade primary colors, then we're in it together. Speaking of primary colors, my daughter did this other painting. Both my daughters are amazing. Okay. Enough about me, Virgo. The way they perceive you, honey. This isn't going to be easy. I want this to be a happy hee-hee, ha-ha thing, but it's really not. Although there's some really deep love here and some really deep transformative, like true, powerful spiritual energy happening here, it's not an easy story. So let's just not flower it up, okay? Enough of that, Virgo. They see you as a wounded warrior. They see lack of movement. They're possibly not communicating with you right now. Or you're not communicating with them in the way they want you to. I see that they think that you are kind of mean with your words. Could be something crossing over from the way that someone else treated you, my darling. You have to choose. Remember, choices. Choices. Don't lie to yourself. Don't pretend like you don't know. The pain is actually a portal into your own transcendence. There's no other way. Now, if you're acting that way and you're like, you could have cut them off, you could have stopped talking to them, or they could have done that with you. You could have lied. You could have withheld some information, or still holding information. They see that they think that about you. Maybe they're suspicious about you for some reason, or they feel like you aren't telling the truth with some other situation where you need to step up, and they're waiting for you to do it. Or be honest with yourself about something. They're waiting for you to do that. They see you're exhausted, and they're waiting for you to get real. They see that you're not able to commit to something. You're not able to keep moving forward. They're concerned that you're so exhausted, and the way that you've been talking and communicating is showing them that you're not willing to do the long run, Virgo. Now, if I don't know, it's hard for me to see it in any other way. So if that resonates with you, it's because you need time to consider this, and I get it. Just don't stay there for too long. You know, nothing's going to be perfect here. And I feel like they're wanting to give you their cup of love, but you're not really seeing it. Or maybe it's just not what you want. Okay, Virgo, baby. It could be that it's time for you to be independent, to be solo. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you to break up with someone. I'm not telling you to say no to the person you love. Because you guys love each other, okay? It's a soulmate, now that we're talking about this relationship. You and this thing is beautiful. Now, that's only if they're with you and there's someone that you're with. If it's someone you don't really know and you're looking at them from afar, then you're just admiring them. And they are very beautiful to you, okay? They're very psychic and very energetically beautiful and very physically beautiful and very flowy and very healing to be around. You might not know them very well. If that's true, then you're just admiring them. And you're seeing the truth in yourself by admiring them, okay? But if it is somebody that you are with, you love them, but there's a whole lot of imbalance and they're acting like they can't commit, it might just because the universe wants you to be on your own. And you might want it too deep down. So what does that mean to you on your own? Maybe it's a whole new level this time around if you've done it before. But this is Nine of Pentacles. This is an independent single lady card. It's also Earth sign. It's you, Virgo. So regardless of your gender, I see you going it alone on something. Yeah. That's good for you. I think it's time for you to take solace in your space again. To regenerate this energy, because they're not understanding you anyway. And there's a lack of communication regardless. If it's you who cut them off, or they're not talking to you. You know, I don't think it's true about you. I think that you are someone who could do the whole long run thing. But you're just needing some time to figure it out. It's all about choices, though. Don't pretend like you're naive when you really aren't. Okay? Virgo, I'm going to do one more thing for you. You got these crazy random quote cards that I wrote a long time ago. Here's the one that flipped. I was going to just put my hand on, but they are all split in the middle, but this one flipped, so here it is. If you don't take a hold of focus, the world will do it for you. Now, I'm sorry, I don't know who wrote these. They're random notes that I took from all sorts of things, so I didn't write it, though. If you don't take a hold of focus, the world will do it for you. So what are you focusing on right now? Are you focusing on your goal? To be your higher self, to be in tune with your higher self, to accept your loving, nurturing side, your passionate and pure dark side, the truth of who you are, the truth. Not the spoken truth, not the perceived truth, not the law, not rules, not regulations, a higher truth, okay? She's higher than the king. She is higher than the king. This truth, this hidden. He can never see it, really. He'll never see what this is. He can only go in questioning. He has to pass through the devil. I mean, this is perfect. You have to pass through the darkness to really know. So focus on that. Focus on who you are and focus on loving yourself through it. Remember, you can't receive the sacred knowledge if you don't see the beauty within you first. Find balance in that. Don't run from your shadow side. It's okay. We all have some effed up stuff in our past. I know I do. Virgo, I hope this helped. And I'm going to sign off now. So you stay positive in the meantime, okay? I will do more readings later. Love yourself. Ciao.